Back to preview race number 9 on Racing to Win right now. It is over the 1600 metres for the Class 3 horses. Got the scratching here of number 6, Big Brook. Easy Go Easy wins actually unbeaten in Class 3. 2 starts for 2 wins. They've been 1800 metres and 1200 metres. Jerry Chow claims the £10. Delightful Lau makes his Sha Tin debut. He's had 1 turf trial here. He ran 5th behind Beauty Generation. In March, it was over the 1600. Gear change on the 4, Everyone's Joy. The cheek pieces come off. The 5, Precise Express, was making abnormal breathing noises after his last race. He's had 2 trials since. Cheerful Leader, 4 starts, 4 placings in Class 3. Everlaugh, the 8, is a 4-time 1600 metre winner. Poor old Kiram has had 37 starts at Sha Tin and is still yet to break through. And Decisive Action has a far better draw than the 12 he had. He draws barrier number 5. He had 12 at his first start in Class 3, and Precise Express, Tom, has made the trip up to Chungpa.
Yeah, again, this race doesn't have a lot of notable leaders or any in it, really. Cheerful Leader, despite his name, hasn't really been leading at all. He's been sort of sitting in midfield in a race a couple of runs ago. He was caught wide. Jolly Honour is a horse that can go forward, but maybe it's left to those 2 wind gliders sort of on the next line there for Ben So, but he hasn't really raced near the pace in his last few. Red Elise, Everlaugh caught a little bit wide there. Decisive Action. Easy Go Easy win when he did win at the international meeting back in December. He did lead on that occasion, so maybe they roll the dice from 1.
Here is Cheerful Leader. Look, he's stretching out nicely once again. Very consistent horse. Only won the 1 time though, but his work's always been good and he should run another good race. Red Elise, he moves nicely here as well. Another one that's been up a long time now. This will be his 12th run this season. So very fit horse as he comes down, and he's been running some pretty good races. Didn't have much luck behind God a Dragon last time either. And Decisive Action, he is impressive 2 starts ago. Dealership's got this horse going well at the moment, and Joe Moreira aboard, a couple of even sectionals, and he's under a decent hold as well.
He won that race 2 starts ago by 3 3/4 lengths, then jumped up in Class 2, Class 3. Delightful Lau's only had the 3 starts. He won on debut at Happy Valley. He's had 2 starts since. He's such a big horse, Tom. He gets around Happy Valley so easily. You think Sha Tin's going to be no problem at all.
He was very good first up this race. He tracked Green Luck into the race along the fence there, and it wasn't a bad run from him. The horse and the pink cheek piece as well. Alpha Hedge has since come out and won. So I think he's done a decent job in his first 3 runs, of course, winning first up, and don't see any trouble with him getting around Sha Tin at all.
That's a query, isn't it? He shouldn't get round it. He's a big horse. He's obviously likes Happy Valley. So, look, I found a spot for him. I didn't want to leave him out.
He's come up at 4.5, 2.5 for the place at the moment. Now, here is Decisive Action. This is his first run up in Class 3. We've got Cheerful Leader, who's so consistent, and Kiram, who unbelievably, in 37 starts, Paul, hasn't won here.
No, he hasn't, has he? He's had plenty of runs as a Kiram, as now a 9-year-old. Look, it was a yielding track here, and I think that probably undid Decisive Action. You can see the mud was flying all over the place here in this one, or the dirt, I should say. Look, so I'm going to give him a chance here with the lightweight. I think back on a firm surface will really suit this horse. And Cheerful Leader's been consistent, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been honest. Good course and distance record, Cheerful Leader. He made the turn a little bit awkwardly, but he stayed on well enough, I thought, on that occasion. I think you need to include Decisive Action again with the lightweight on his back. He just got tired sort of from the last 250 or so, and Joe Moreira riding here for Dennis Ship. It was a big win 2 runs ago.
And Cheerful Leader was a Class 4 winner over the 1600 at Sha Tin in his last Class 4 start. Those 4 placings since all in this grade. We move on now to Everlaugh. Now, this is a 6th. This was over the 1400. He gets the extra furlong, Tom.
Yeah, he does. This horse here I didn't think his run was too bad last time out. Beaten 2 3/4. He's been really consistent, in fact. 2 3/4, 3 1/2, a half, 1 1/4, a short head when he won 5 runs ago over Sonic Fighter. Didn't think it was a bad run. He boxed on well enough between runners, did Everlaugh. Didn't quite get him into the tips, but he'd be one for the exotics.
Yeah, I didn't get him in either. I just wonder where he's going to be in the run too. I thought he might just be a little bit wide in this race.
Well, what are the top 4 numbers, Paul?
The first one I'm going to go with is the bottom one here, which is Decisive Action. Back on a firm track, I think it looks absolutely ideal for this horse. So impressive last start in Class 4. He's come up to Class 3, and on a yielding track he was there, but he just got a little bit tired, as Tom said, and I think a lot of it to do was with the track. So I've got no doubt he can win in Class 3, this horse. He'll get his opportunity with the lightweight. He's weighted 114. Joe Moreira probably put 2 pounds over, so you still get 116 from barrier 5. I'm happy to go with him. Now, Cheerful Leader, he's drawn wide. That's the problem for me. He's been very consistent with good runs. And he's been favoured at his last 5 starts, so he's been a very costly horse. He did win one of those 5, but the other ones he's only been placed on. So I've got him placing again. Delightful Hour will give him a chance coming to Sha Tin. And Red Elise has been so consistent and had excuses last start behind Guided Dragon. 12, 7, 3 and 9, Tom.
Gone a little outside the square here for the penultimate race on the program. Precise Express. Now, he went round at 7 to 1 a couple of runs ago, over 1,400 metres behind All in Mind, and he was beaten 7 lengths. His first up run was good, I thought, beaten 3 1/4 behind Top Score, and he didn't have all favours in the straight. And then he went on to the All Weather last time out and was noted to have an abnormal breathing noise, and it was deemed unacceptable, his run. But he's since been back to the trials on a couple of occasions. One was at Happy Valley for third, in a good trial there where I thought he got to the line nicely. And then he won a trial up at Chungfa with Ricky Yu and beat home California Gung Ho, who was second in that trial and has since come out and won. Crossover Noseband comes off. We've seen horses come out of Chungfa from Ricky Yu that have come back to Hong Kong here and perform well. So hoping he's one of them. Precise Express over Cheerful Leader. Zach might put up a couple of pounds over here. He fought on well enough. He's got a good course and distance record. Has never missed the top 3. The other 2 I put in were 12 Decisive Action. Big win 2 back, caught wide, press forward to be up on the speed last time out and weakened. And number 3, Delightful Lau, goes in on a minor line. Comes out of a race at Green Luck. Won Alpha Hedges since won, so I think that's a decent enough indication that Delightful Lau is in good form. So 5, 7, 12 and 3.
So Precise Express from Tom. Just before we head to a break, part 1 of the John Moore legacy, with the curtain about to come down on the training career in Hong Kong of the legend that is John Moore, has been released. You'll find the link through the social media channels and on hkjc.com. It is the first part of a 2-part series on the legacy that is John Moore. It's been released this morning and it is well worth catching up. He tells a great yarn and there's plenty more to come. hkjc.com or go to one of the social media channels to find the link to the John Moore legacy, part 1.